Evolution, man, is coming up, man.
Yes.
And I tell you, man, the women have broken. Not just broke. They shattered the glass ceiling. As well as we got ladies from a blast from the. We got Medusa coming back.
Yeah.
We got Kelly coming back.
Tori Wilson.
We got Lita coming back.
Ivory.
We got Ivory coming back.
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus faction. She's coming back. And I tell you, man, it's gonna be good, man. I wonder if Jazz coming back.
I don't know about Jazz.
Jazz.
I think isn't she like the NWA Women's Champion right now or something like that?
That's what I'm saying. They could use Jazz, man. Jazz used to put hands on them girls, man. I mean, Jazz come back, man. She could win that battle royal.
Jazz was dope.
As well as Jazz still been active. You know what I mean? Out of sight, out of mind, time off is your worst enemy. You know, I'm wondering what kind of ring rush these ladies going to have on them coming back.
I wonder when was Medusa's last match?
Medusa's last match, I think, was in 1928.
If she hears that, you're dead. You're a dead man. She's going to run over you with a monster truck. You better watch out.
I was just playing.
You better watch out.
Deuce. You know, I was just playing. I used to have a crush on Deuce way back in the day.
Uh-oh. Now you better hope Charmel's not listening. You're just digging yourself a hole there, Buck.
I'm trying to get myself out of this hole at the same time. Shoot. So, no, man.
Shout out to Deuce.
Shout out to Deuce.
Yes.
What do you think about it, man? What do you think about the ladies coming back? And what do you think about the like I say, the shattering of the glass ceiling?
No, I think it's awesome. I mean, you know, I would have never thought there would be an all-women's pay-per-view ever. You know, even with the resurgence of women's wrestling and this whole evolution, the revolution, what started as the Divas Revolution. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I when you look at you said something when we were at the Toyota Center when we were talking to Devon Dudley.
Yeah.
On the show. And you said people 5 years from now are going to look back at this roster at this time, and they're going to say, which was the better roster, the men or the women?
Yeah,
and for that to come out of your mouth and for Devon to agree with it, it really lets you know where women's wrestling has gotten to and the caliber of these women when it comes to the bell-to-bell action. They stepped it up to a whole nother level, and now some of the biggest stars in the company, not in the division, some of the biggest stars in the company are the women. Yeah. You talk about the Bellas. You talk about Ronda Rousey. These are some of the biggest stars. Charlotte.
Yeah.
These are some of the biggest stars in the company.
Yeah. And
they're mainstream.
I mean, Money in the Bank. Ladder match. Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Now we got the last woman standing match.
Had the Royal Rumble.
Now, the big battle royal. Now they got their own signature pay-per-view Evolution. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I think not just this match, but this pay-per-view, I really think it's sad to say, but I really think that Evolution is going to turn out to be the best pay-per-view of the year.
I think it's got all the potential for it. And you know, and a lot of the time,
and I'm not just saying that. I really think I'm going out on a limb here. I don't do a whole lot of wrestling predictions. I do very few, if any. But I'm predicting that Evolution is going to be the best pay-per-view of the year, bar none. I'm compared against all of the men pay-per-views for the whole year. The women is going to knock them dead. I really, truly believe that.
Like I said, I think it's got all the potential in the world. You look at some of these matches that are on the card, you see the caliber of the performers in these matches. And here's the thing. There's only 7 matches, right? Which means they're all going to be given adequate time to go out there and tell a story. And let me get some of your last
woman standing. I think that match is
Becky versus Charlotte. That's going to steal the show, right?
That match is going to be, trust me, it's going to be a Ric Flair,
Steamboat?
No, Harley Race classic. It's going to be a 1 hour not Broadway, but it's going to be a 1 hour delivery of nonstop action between two of the toughest ladies, and best performers WWE has ever seen in Charlotte and Becky. So I tell you, 1 hour, Ric Flair is going to be there. And Ric Flair is going to see his daughter go out there and make history on that night. The first woman to compete in a last woman standing match, as well as the first woman to go out and do 1 hour inside the square circle. That's my prediction, guys. I look here. I don't have the card or anything like that. I haven't been in any of the meetings or anything like that. But if I was booking it, that's exactly the way it would go. You know, seriously.
So you have Charlotte you think will she win? You don't do that. You don't do winners.
I don't do winners.
You give me the overall.
Yeah,
give me the overall of this, because news came out that Alexa Bliss is injured. She can't compete in the show. So, Alicia Fox has taken her place. Trish Stratus Lita versus Mickie James, Alicia Fox. Just give me your overall.
Oh, man.
That's 4 veterans in the ring.
That's what I was just finna say, man. You got 4 bona fide stars right there, man. I mean, that's nostalgia, at its finest right there. You're going to get a chance to see, some of the best wrestling from a throwback perspective, that you're ever going to be able to see, because these women, that's in that match, they all can still go. You know what I mean? They still, of course, they got a little rushed, on the bumper.
They haven't been actively competing.
Of course,
Trish and Lita being that.
Of course, that little cobwebs, you gotta, wipe away and whatnot. You know what I mean? But once they get going, man, downhill, once the women get going downhill, the lovely throwbacks is going to be perfectly fine.
Well, we saw Trish at the Royal Rumble, saw Lita at the Royal Rumble,
and they were looking good, man. Actually, at WrestleMania, they had the autograph signing across the street there. What do they call it?
WrestleCon?
WrestleCon.
Yeah.
And I was rolling.
Made some long green ducats.
I was rolling in, and from one of the signings I had to do at WWE, and I saw Trish and Lita, and they say, "Look, we finna go to WrestleCon and make some money. You want to go?" And I go, "Yeah, I want to go." So I rolled in with them, you know what I mean? They had no table or nothing else. So I say, I just catch the end of y'all table, see what I can make. And man, I had the best time at WrestleCon. You know what I mean? I was only there for about an hour and 15 minutes, man. But that little duffel bag that I left with, oh my goodness.
Don't bring it through customs.
Man, stay away from, TSA, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a good day, man. It was a good day. So to see Lita and to see Trish, come on. Lita, she's a part of the show.
Yeah, we need to get Lita back on the show.
You know what we're going to do?
Next week?
Next week, we're going to get Lita on the show after, the big event, just so we can, get her feel of, getting back out there, what it was like, the adrenaline rush.